Greetings colleagues. I had a problem that the SSL certificates for my domains were expiring for the umpteenth time, and I noticed this only a few days later. If you do not visit the site every day, or if no one can do this and report expired certificates, then this problem can cause a lot of trouble. Reduce the ranking of the site in search engines, repel potential customers, and damage the reputation. All this directly leads to direct profit losses. When one domain is in operation, it is easy to keep track of it, but when there are several dozen of them, what to do? You will not have such problems with purchase certificates, because you will receive notifications about the expiration of the certificate by email. With self-signed certificates, the situation is slightly different. You do not receive such notifications. If you have not encountered such a problem, then, probably, your hosting can regenerate such certificates automatically. In my case, the situation is a little different. Dozens of domains and certificates for them need to be somehow monitored. This is not the first time I have encountered a situation where, by chance, I find an inactive certificate on one of the domains, so the task was to create an automatic solution for checking certificates for myself. I made a simple request to ChatGPT PHP script to check the expiration date of SSL certificate for any website. It was important to understand how feasible the task was. ChatGPT gave me a function without any problems, which should check the date for the specified domain. Tried to run the function. The result of her work was an empty answer. After several clarifications, the function still did not work. ChatGPT is certainly great for testing hypotheses but is not yet able to replace the developers. I decided to go the old proven way, Google. And the answer to my question was a link to an old trusted Stack Overflow website. Checked the function on one domain. The function is working. In addition to the expiration date of the certificate, it provides some other information on the certificate of the specified domain. I do not see the benefit of this information, I'm only interested in the expiration date. After spending a little time, I bind the function to the website which already contains various web tools. By the way, earlier, I made a video on how to launch such web tools website. If you missed it, be sure to check it out. Let me remind you that most of the tools were purchased on CodeCanyon, as a complete and comprehensive solution with many online tools. In my case, several of I developed tools have already been added since then, and the tools are constantly replenished. I use them to develop my expertise and internal use, but I console myself with the hope that one of the tools can someday become a full-fledged paid SaaS solution. All the tools are free, use them and suggest new ones for implementation. In fact, after implementing the function, I have a new tool on my site that allows users to massively analyze the validity periods of certificates across multiple domains. The tool is a simple online form consisting of a single text field, in which users can fill in a list of domains for which they need to check the validity of certificates. As a result of the work, my software solution displays a list of domains with a certificate expiration date and orders the information in order from the nearest certificate expiration date to the most recent one. That is, the nearest expiration date of the certificate immediately gets into the field of view. In this form, the tool is already of practical use. Having a saved list of my domains and subdomains somewhere in a notepad, I can enter information into the form on the site once a month and see the SSL certificate for which domain will expire soon. The service is not unique. But we know that there is hardly anything unique on the internet. Let's try to look at the situation globally. It would be nice to receive information about ending certificates without filling out the form manually each time, but automatically, filling it out once. Information can be received by email, or in some Telegram or Discord bot. Notification bots on key business parameters is a separate story. Subscribe to the channel, and we will touch it sometime. But, continuing the topic of SSL certificates, do you think such a service was useful to you? Drive in all your domains, and now you will never miss a certificate expiration date. If you are already using a similar service, which one? Are you satisfied with everything in it? What else would you add to such a service? The idea can be projected onto sending notifications at the end of the paid period for certain domains, for example. The function will be more complicated, but for the sake of value for the client and user, you can also make such a tool for checking the end of domain registration. For me, for example, this problem was also repeatedly relevant. During the days of active cyber squatting, I missed the renewal of 2 premium domains, because the renewal notification letters did not come to the email, or I simply did not notice them in the stream of other letters. I don't know if I'll tell you a secret or not, but there are a lot of paid solutions and tools that work on a few dozen lines of code. Or, maybe is it wrapped code around a single function that has several dozen lines of code? In other words, technical solutions that you pay money for and technical solutions that your users can pay for are not always complex to develop. You only need to understand what the client or user ultimately wants. Let me remind you that thousands of startups have already appeared with ChatGPT, which, in fact, also works due to one function request to the ChatGPT API. Look for an idea, create your simple function, and earn money.